Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a quick little let's chit chat about the foolishness and stuff, also known as gossip chat. I don't want this to be too long because I haven't done one in a while. I popped up today and posted about it. So yeah, if you are not here for the live, you can always catch the replay. But first things first, if you have not done so already, please remember to do what? Subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay. Do not forget to also like the video. You can also comment in the comment section on the live and on the replay. You can hit the share button to share it on your social media as well, and yeah, all that goodness and stuff. Okay. Do not forget to relax, to relate, to release, to center yourself and everyone around you. Okay. Do not forget to inhale and exhale because it helps you not want to what? Punch somebody in the face. Okay. You can also follow me on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. The link is right there on the screen. No, the link is in the description box below. The name is on the screen. But yeah. Where am I at? Let me put myself on the screen. Boom, I'm here. Okay. So yeah, it's been a long day. But how was everyone doing? I hope everybody's having a great Thursday, because Wednesday. Having a great hump day. Look, I have not watched Married at First Sight. I have not watched it at all. So do not put any spoiler in the comment section. It will get you blocked. Okay, moderators, I think it was in a tray. If anyone posts anything that's a spoiler from Married at First Sight, please block them and stuff, because again, I'm not a person who don't mind spoilers. I hate spoilers. So I'm like, no. My review for the show will be up tonight, because once I'm done on here, I'm going to then watch Married at First Sight, and my review will be up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So yeah. And then of course, y'all know the Lady First panel is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Bondi's channel. So we'll see y'all tomorrow to discuss things of that nature and stuff. So yeah, but let's get into a little bit of gossip chat. There's a couple of things that went on that I want to talk about. Just because I have thoughts and opinions about stuff. So I first want to bring up, I had a couple notes, because as we know, DMX passing away. And, we had a memorial for him. There was also the funeral that was there for him as well. And I feel like a lot went on with that. And I was like, it was just so much, too much. I watched the memorial. And, we seen Eve, Nas, Dragon, The Lock, Swiss, Y and the brother from Rough Riders, who was also on there. The fact that, look, the best part of the memorial to me was the choir, Kanye's choir. Kanye does a lot of stuff all the time. Kanye sometimes can be crazy. However, the music that the choir did for the DMX memorial was absolutely amazing. The staging was amazing. Now, the 2 hours lateness of it all was too much. As I kept thinking, it was supposed to be at 4, then 4:30, then 5, then 5:30, then 6. It didn't start till around 6:30, so I was looking like it seemed too much. But seeing Swiss say at the memorial, reminding people to get a will. Get a whole wheel, because you do not want to pass away and then you got blood circles coming out the woodwork trying to get your stuff or whatever. This thing's not being in order. And I felt like the fact that it started 2 hours late was like, okay, someone in order, someone working. But again, I feel like the same uneasiness that came from him passing away and different information being out that was incorrect. I felt like that probably was how the memorial was as well, because I'm like, it just wasn't on time or whatever. But it was an amazing representation of him. The kids who was at the memorial was like great, great, great. You know, having all the kids there. He had 15 children. That was a lot. I always knew he had kids. I never saw them all together, and they were of all different ages. So that was, you know, the thing or whatever. Now I felt like at the funeral that I did not watch the full thing because I just missed the beginning. And when I cut my TV on at around 3:30 our time, and it was the long, so I missed Louis Farrakhan talking. I missed everybody. I came on. I don't know who was talking, but I missed a lot of it before. But I did feel like when I kept seeing Swiss Beats uncles or whoever keep having the kids put on them Rough Rider vests, to me, I didn't like that. I felt like there were other times to present his children with Rough Rider vests besides at the memorial, at the funeral, twice at the funeral. To me, that was seeing too much. I felt like DMX life was more than him being a part of the Rough Riders. I felt like that was just too much emphasis was being put on that. So that made me mad. I felt like when Swiss spoke, I felt like when Eve spoke, I felt like when his ex-wife, is it Tashira? I think so. When they spoke, I love that. But a part of me felt like every time Swiss uncles, I think it was Wandine. I think every time they spoke, an uneasiness within me was felt because I felt like, stop making this about continuing the Rough Rider legacy, because y'all want to say that when he was around. And when Swiss also said, you know what I'm saying, you got people around here who ain't really here for you, okay? Where was y'all at when he was here? Y'all out here buying $1,000 tickets or whatever. Where was y'all before now? Too much time was spent when at the end of the funeral, which was long, by the way. We're gonna let that be. At the end, when when Y, I think it was Y, son came up and gave each kid of DMX a Rough Rider vest. And I think people call them, I don't know if they bulletproof vests or they're this vest that riders wear to protect them from falling. I'm going to hope those not bulletproof vests for children. Anyway, but to have the last part of the funeral call the kids up to pass out Rough Rider vests, I didn't like that. I didn't like it even more when he then said, let's get some photos. I'm looking like, there are many times when you want to capitalize on memories to have for later, but the funeral, when a casket over there and you pass now vest over here, this ain't a photo op. I didn't like that. Did not like it at all. It aggravated me a lot. I'm like, I'm like, these motherfuckers giving out goddamn vests. What you doing now? What was going on? Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. Yeah, bulletproof vests. So yeah, people kept saying it was bulletproof. I don't think they were. I think they were just rider vests that they wear to protect themselves if they fall. But again, that was the main issue I had with that. Because I'm like, dude, because I was texting him. I'm like, they asked him for fucking photo ops. I'm like, get this after it's airing. It's on television. And it was a long service because it was supposed to be on from 3 to 5. I didn't cut it on to 3:30. It didn't go off our time until like damn it's 7. Okay, so a lot was going on. I appreciated Tashira's speech. I felt like she eulogized him in a way that no one else could. I also feel like a lot of people consistently feel like that's that man's wife. Even though they separated, divorced, he was with Desiree for 10 years, people still look at Tashira Simmons as the representative of DMX. And that's no disrespect to his fiance, but she's just always been a part of his life. And when she brought up how they just had a connection, and I loved how she talked about how she first met him, and how she felt something from there, and how they went from having absolutely nothing to having everything, and then also bringing word to the industry will suck you dry. Because as authentic and warm-hearted as DMX was, once he got into the industry, all his demons were like amplified because he had so much. He had because at that point he had access to whatever, and I feel like that was a part of his downfall. I also saw people having an issue with when the white dude, is it Leon or Laura, that white man who said he always knew that DMX would hit a wall. He's just sorry that he took his friend Earl Simmons with him. People were pissed about that. I wasn't. I got the point of it because even the chair brought up how DMX and Earl Simmons were two different people. He had a lot of different sides to him. So sometimes people forget that when someone says two different entities of the same person, they're saying Earl was my friend and he's gone because of the DMXness of it all. I got that. Even with the sheriff saying, y'all knew DMX. I knew Earl. And she gave both perspectives of who and what he was and how hard he loved. And I feel like when you have a funeral, you should always have someone there who can speak about you in the highest of the highest regards. And even her admitting, like, he wasn't perfect, but he loved us. Even though he cheated, even though he had other women with the kids, he was still such a great person. You know what I'm saying? And then when she then brought up Desiree to make sure that people knew, you need to recognize that she loved him and that he loved her, and that real women do real shit. And it takes a real woman to big up her ex-husband's current fiance at his funeral. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think people realize, because she said, Earl had been training me, my whole life for this woman, making me tough. You know what I'm saying? Solidifying my walk with God. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people really got what she meant, meaning I can stand what's going on right now, even if she can't. But she's in her walk with God. She's in her walk to being, what she's supposed to be. Let's big her up too. And it's a reason that when they hugged and embraced, why that was such a powerful moment. Because I think we all felt like people don't realize you have to accept the next woman, even if no one else wants to. And I'm like, that was the most amazing thing of the whole funeral. Now, on to the dude Jungle. I saw some people comment about Jungle. Some of the things done at the funeral should have been done. Yeah, I feel like the memorial, I do feel like they were, hey, Tracy, I do think the memorial could have been longer if they included some of these things at the memorial. I'll say that. I do feel like the kids rapping and singing should have been at the memorial. I don't like the fact that I feel, and I'm trying to choose my words carefully so I don't offend anybody. I don't like the fact that I felt like the kids were being trotted out as, props. Let's bring his kids out to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So that to me was, was something. Stop making that man. Look, when my dad died, and I said this to somebody when I was talking about the funeral, the DMX funeral. Well, I have no memory of who was there. I have short memories of, like, I know my mom, I'm like my mom and them was there, but I can't visually see who was around. I remember my one aunt was there only because I remember her hugging me, but it's like I don't recall hearing anything besides myself crying in my head. That's all I heard was my tears. I don't have any memory of the song sang or nothing. So I was 30, I'm 39 now. So I was 33 when it happened. And I feel as if putting his kids on the stage like that was unfair to me. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like at the memorial, fine, but don't keep trouting them kids out as if they are props, because let them mourn their father, you know? But on to Jungle, when I was watching it and I saw him come up, I assumed he was supposed to be up there. And I said to myself, why he sound so angry? He sounds angry. I was like, why is he angry? I was confused. And when I seen the guy next to him, I'm like, okay, he's there because dude seemed angry. He's there to help, he's there to help angry dude, stop being so angry. Or if he gets too angry, to take him back to a seat. It wasn't until, and when he was talking, and I was like, he's trying to compare how he grew up to DMX. Okay, that's fine, because Shira spoke about how she met him at 11, snatching purses from with dogs or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that's what he doing too. It wasn't until the pastor said, sir, over here, okay, you're doing too much. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why they fussing at a funeral? And my text, the friend to him said, now they fussing. I was confused about what happened until pastor said, you are disrespecting the circus. You ain't supposed to be up here. At that point, I realized, oh, he rushed the stage, basically. He wasn't on the program, and he was upset that they took him off the program. And if your person passed away, the time for you to speak your speak doesn't have to be at the funeral on camera. If you want to say shit, y'all gonna be there all day. It's the repast. You have ample time to tell whoever. My thing is, don't rush the stage. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. I was like, what's going on? And did he have the right to say what he wanted to say? Yes, but not in how he did it. If you're not on the program, you can't just go up there and start talking, especially when it's televised, because it was a program for a reason. And maybe they took him off for a reason, because he went up there mad. They trying to honor that man and follow the program, but probably already late service. And so I was like, why is he doing that? No, go sit down. No. It was just like crazy. It was this part that made me cry. It hit me when everything said, is dad in there? See, I didn't see none of that. Again, I didn't cut it on until later. So, it was different for me. But funerals are hard for adults. I can't imagine how hard it is for 15 kids to be there with their siblings and the siblings' parents, and then all of America, whoever's there, famous folk. It was a lot of people there. And I'm happy he was sent off in style. I am happy that I feel like in his presence, in his spirit, in his body, when he was alive, DMX knew how much the world loved him. I think he knew that, even if he felt like he still had his own demons to fight. Now, I did not see the beginning of the thing where they said apparently his mama was acting as if she didn't mess with him or beat him or whatever. And we know for a fact DMX has well documented his issues with his upbringing being very, very rough. So I can't speak on any of that. I didn't see any of that. What I can speak on is it was a long-ass service. Okay, long-ass service. When Leandria Johnson sang, broke me down. I was in the bed crying, okay, because it was so sad. But again, I still feel like minus the Rough Rider promotion, Jungle jumping up there, whatever, I still feel as if it was an amazing send-off to a man who really did make an impact on the world. DMX was a hardcore rapper who would then say a prayer and bring us to our knees crying because of how heartfelt his prayers were. So I do love that he went out amazingly supported and loved by not only his fans, but also his family. Oh, Faith. Thank you for bringing Faith up. I'm not going to say faith on crack. I'm not going to say faith on drugs. What I'm going to say is I wonder who her team is and at what point did anyone approve the the record, because that was a pre-recorded thing. And I'm like, the fact when I seen the camera moving around a lot when she was, I'm like, who the fuck is holding the camera? You ain't got you ain't got no tripod? Why the camera move? I was confused at that point. I'm like, okay, somebody on some bullshit. And when it got on still, I mean it was standing still, watching or whatever. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fine now. And she then started singing. She sounded winded. She sounded a bit hoarse. She sounded as if they may have been having some drinks that day. What I don't like about that is if you can't, the kid may have been, it might have been Bonnie Bella on the camera. If you can't properly, you're in socks. It was like bottles sitting around. I was confused about the ambiance of it all because you had to pre-record this to send it in. You know, pre-record. Like this is a live. If I burp, if I cough, if I fall, it's on live. I can't. It's like I can't. It's live. I can't think that. But I'm not going to pre-record something and fuck up and send it in anyway. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. So I won't go so far as to say she's on drugs or she was drunk. She was definitely off her game. The fact that she didn't know all the words. I'm like, why is she giving a microphone to the piano player? This is not Faith and the Midnight Falcons. This is Faith who's supposed to be singing. What's going on around here, Faith? What's wrong? But again, she sounded winded and hoarse. I don't know why she had two ponytails. I was confused. And I'm like, who don't know the words to I'm going up yonder to be with my Lord? I'm like, how do you not know that? How do you pick a song? And girl, I was over it. So, but I do not like calling people drug addicts and alcoholics based on a bad experience. Okay, she was definitely off. I just don't know why. For what? I did not see Russell Simmons. No, I did not. I didn't see that at all. Because again, I missed the whole beginning. But I mean, Russell somewhere by himself trying to avoid extradition to those charges. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm leaving it alone. Yeah, the words is I'm going up yonder. It's all it is. I'm going up. I'm hoarse too. I sound better than Faith. Okay, but it was just a lot. But I want to move on. But I'm just happy that he was sent off. I loved the choir from the memorial. I think that was the choir from the memorial, Leandria singing, Tashira's speech, Swiss Beats saying how he gonna make sure come hook a crook, the DMS kids is good. I love that too. Even Desiree's tearful speech and thanking thanking the time she had with him was amazing. So yeah, it was a couple of hiccups and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? That was really it. But yeah, I was like this, but yeah, I was fine. Next, we're gonna move on, and also rest in peace to Shock G, rest in peace to Black Rob, and all that. Okay, I want to be sure we mention all of that. What's next? Hold on, y'all gotta pull up my next little notes. Let's go to Tyrese. Let's just do Tyrese. Tyrese was on social media. We know he dating some new girl. Okay, I don't know her name. I don't care. But he was on social media, shaving her hoo-ha. Okay, putting a razor blade to the cooch. And I felt like, why? Not that I feel as if she don't have a right to want to shave her coochie. She can, if she want coochie shaved and not wax, that's perfect fine. Some people like shaving it, some like waxing it, some like leaving it au natural. Everyone has a choice of what they want their coochies look like. However, why y'all recording it and putting it on the television, not the television, but on the social media, for what? For what? For why? And the reason I think the most what the fuck was going on is because he was just on social media not too long ago begging his wife to come back to him, being in other folks' comments saying how much he missed and loved his wife. And now you are so connected to this person that you shave her coochie. How are y'all so close that you are able to shave her coochie? How? You have to really trust someone to allow them to allow a razor to be put next to your lips. Okay? You either have to pay someone handsomely for that because that's their profession. Okay? Or you've been fucking them up enough that you trust them. You don't know that man. Thank you, Kendra, after becoming a member. Thank you. That supports my channel. Thank you so much. But yeah, how do you know her? How do you know her? How? And why? And I feel like this is how he should look at himself at all times. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You are embarrassing me. You are embarrassing us. That's how he should always look. Because he be doing crazy shit. And I just don't get it. The first time I saw them on a beach or wherever, kissing, I'm looking like, but ain't he still married? How he doing all that? What's going on here? Tyrese, I feel as if he is always looking for attention in some kind of way, be good or bad. And what else could I do to get attention besides put a razor to this new chick's cooch and be like, hey, new chick, let me shave your cooch. It was dumb. And she dumb too. Tyrese has a way of sabotaging himself. I'm just waiting for the bricks to fall down and for him to explain why he was on IG shaving this girl's cuckoo. And the girl is supposedly in her 20s. Tyrese got to be in his 40s. I'm 39. So yeah, I don't know why. I don't get it. Yes. Why are you doing this? For what? It was dumb. Even because you don't know her yet. To be shaving her coochie. That's why I'm divorcing him. That's what I think. Next up we got Baby Blue. Okay, Baby Blue. Whoa, who is with pretty Ricky? Wait, where did the questions go? He was shaving it fast. I was nervous. Honey, look, the fact that she allowed that man look, not on my watch. Don't happen. They both are in secret. Did you see the video of them kissing? Yeah, I seen that too. And I was like, it's just it gives me attention tease. Like I need all the attention directly right now. Okay. And I'm like, because he needs some help. But on to Baby Blue. Baby Blue, whoa, from Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky, what they called him. He got shot. Okay, he got shot. And I can say this. When I seen the video of him on the ground shot, I was like, what's going on here? I felt like, I'm like, is it real? I feel like it's a stunt. Because he was laying there and I'm like, is he okay? Is it a joke? Is it a show? Like in the show, it's okay, right? And so we seen he was shot. We know it's an attempted robbery. So we're trying to rob the cousin. He jumped in, got shot, boom, pow, pow. He was then in the hospital. He was in the hospital doing DMs to the people on the news. He was right. Look, I'm looking like, is he shot? Is he in surgery? What's going on? Who done got his phone and posting for him? What's going on here? I'm confused. And so we then see, it was a video of him not getting shot, but the video of him was after the shooting. He was on the ground laying down. And the way he was laying there, I'm like, I was confused. I'm like, is he hurt bad? Is he dead? Because how they were screaming, I'm like, what's going on? But I'm like, wait, it looked like he just shot in the shoulder. I was confused. But I was like, I saw the foolishness with that. I saw this, his girlfriend who posed next to him in the bed. I'm looking like, why? Right, literally, boom, pow, pow. But seeing him posting from the hospital, seeing her posting from the hospital, seeing him then showing himself walking for the first time, I felt like, damn, it wasn't just a shoulder wound. Because they then say he was shot in the shoulder, but it also pierced the lung. He had a collapsed lung. I'm like, oh shit, that's a collapsed lung is serious. Okay, it's serious or whatever. And he then showed the little machine thing that had to pull the blood out because his lung was messed up. That was like on Monday. This motherfucker on Tuesday, maybe that on Saturday, he was in the hospital on Tuesday, whatever. And I need help. But on like Monday, he put up a video of himself in the club, dressed in all white, drinking some liquor. I'm looking like, how the fuck did he get released? And why is he drinking with the? Ain't you on pain pills? You can't drink and be on pain pills, baby blue. And he posted a picture of the bullet hole. So he was shot. But I'm like, who gets shot? And then when they got to the hospital, you go to a club and drink. I'm like, who does that? It made me feel like somebody's on some bullshit. Because how were you just walking for the first time a couple of days ago, and now you done put your pants on, you done got in the club with your little gator shoes or whatever, your little Sunday shoes, and your little necklace or whatever, your little gold teeth and whatnot. Oh, so now you good. Now you want to sit out in lounge. What? What is going? I was like, what is happening? Honey, Perks, Vicodin, Tylenol, Excedrin. I'm like, it gotta be Miami. I'm like, who? The fact that he was dressed up I'm like, nice little sliding shoes, little white pants, little button. I'm looking like, why you at home in sweatpants resting your shoulder? If your lung collapsed, how you breathe in the air of the club? If your lung collapsed, how you drinking? You on pain pills? I'm like, who? It was dumb. Right, it was the recovery time for me because I'm like, how did that happen? Honey, he escaped. He may have escaped from I don't know, but I was like, why? What? And even when he brought up how, I need everybody to, make me the biggest rap star in the world, you know what I'm saying? And if y'all can do that, I promise y'all I'll heal. I'm like, heal? You can't tell us. So you want us to buy your music in order for you to get better? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So I just feel like I don't like when people take advantage of because you could have died, bro. You could have really, really died. And you out here playing with people, playing on guys. Green Herb, don't do that. Get out my face, baby blue. Whoa. I was like, it's dumb. Anyway, he at home now, somewhere stuck in the mojitos with a bullet hole in the chest. And then put up how he wants some tattoo artists to tattoo a cover. I'm like, you can't ask for someone to cover the bullet hole that hasn't healed yet. It's still a hole there, baby blue. Okay, it's a hole, so it hasn't healed yet. People do too much too quick, and it aggravates my nerves, and that's what he did. He aggravated my nerves. Okay. Next up, we have boom. The Housewives franchise is doing a all-star, season. Now we have been hearing about this for months. We knew for months that it was happening, but we did not know who they were going to have on the show. Now, even though a couple of women who are not people of color look colorful, there's only 2 black women on this cast out of 7. We have Melissa Gorga from Jersey, Cynthia, of course, from Atlanta, Teresa from Jersey, Kenya from Atlanta, Luann from, I'm going to say she's on New York because I don't watch New York. I think Luann's on New York, Kyle from Beverly Hills, and Ramona, who I also think is from New York. I don't watch the New York franchise, so I don't know the ladies. I do know of Melissa and Teresa. I do know of Kyle. And, I know of Ramona and Luann. I don't know them at all. Of course, I know Cynthia and Kenya. I feel like Bravo does not have any clue on how to save the Housewives franchise. You literally picked people who I felt like were bad picks. I do. I felt like the better thing could have been Housewives All-Stars should have been people who were not currently on any season. Get you Phaedra. Get you Sheree. Get you, I'll even say like Tamara and Vicky. Get you whoever who is not currently on a season of the show. Put their ass on the beat somewhere and then see what happens. But when you put people who we just saw on recent seasons, I'm bored. Even though I feel like Kenya gonna fuss with somebody, I just don't know who. I don't really care to watch it. I'll catch it. If it don't come on Bravo, I'm not gonna watch. I'm not. I think it's on the app for Paramount, and if it is, I know I'm not watching because I'm not gonna get Paramount for this. I just don't like how you just added regular castmates. That's dumb. We just saw Kenya and Cynthia. Teresa and Melissa are on the current season of Jersey that's airing now. Kaya will be on the next season of Beverly Hills. It comes on in a couple months, I believe. It comes on in the summer. And I don't know about Luann, and because I don't watch because I don't know about them. But I feel like, oh really? I knew Kenya would first. I knew Kenya would. I thought it would be Kenya and Melissa. I felt like them two could possibly like battle because we know Kenya has issues with anyone who she feels is either on her level or pretty and a good body. And I think Melissa is the closest to that with her. So I felt like them two would battle it out. But I'm like, it's stupid. Yeah, I'm not doing like Paramount has the All-Star season for the challenge. I love the challenge. Watch it every season. I was watching the reunion today. I'm not getting Paramount to watch the challenge offers. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not paying for not another app for these bullshit shows. Not at all. I have to pay with Zeus. Okay, not gonna do it. But I feel as if this was just a dumb casting decision. This is lazy casting. This is, let's take who we have now and put them somewhere. It's like, no, if you want real ratings, bring back folks we ain't saying. Bring back Lisa. Put Lisa Wu in the house with Phaedra. Okay? On Beverly Hills. Bring Lisa Vanderpump and Kyle Richards. Not Kyle. What's his name? Kim. Drunk. Bring Kim. You know what I'm saying? Bring people who we haven't seen now. But this is boring to me. Because we know what they're going to bring. The same bullshit. Right. Why Cynthia? And I love Cynthia. I love her as a person. She dresses great. She's a great person. But Cynthia's boring. And when you put her with Kenya, it's even worse. Okay? It's like putting a battery in her back. Okay? Cynthia is Kenya's battery. It makes her go harder. Okay, I'm my girl. Bye. I'm just not for it. I'm not. I don't. Lisa Winfrey has high. Yes, you want to bring in someone who was exciting. You know what I'm saying? I'm bored with these people right now. I'm bored. Bullshit. But again, they on the boat right now but they're in Turks and Caicos right now filming the season. They on vacation for like a week or so, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. And they're filming. What can these random women do who don't really know each other do in a house for a week that's gonna be fun and entertaining enough for me to pay for Paramount for $5 a month? No, ma'am. No, right. Eva and Sheree. There are so many past housewives. Because it's housewives. I know Nene can't. They right when I do Nene, but I feel like there's still other housewives they could have brought on. I was happy they didn't put Kandi on there. I feel like Kandi and Kenya and Porsha should not have at all been on here, at all. They would have been. I just don't like the picks of who they did. You know what I'm saying? It seems boring. I will actually cost more for Bravo to bring in people from outside. These women are well, no, they all have a contract for each show. And truthfully, if you bring in people who not already on the show, they will be less expensive. Truthfully, because they're not on the show, and if they want to come back, they're not gonna ask for I need $19,000 an episode. No, give me like $5,000 an episode. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna probably be 10 episodes because they're only there for a week. It's stupid. It's lazy. It's easy to pick from the current housewives who are already not doing shit. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But yeah, y'all can watch it if y'all want to. I'm not gonna watch it at all. On to Porsha and Porsha and Kandi continue back and forth. Kandi did a speak on it. But first of all, nah, like the video. Like the video. I'll wait. Because there's 180 of y'all in here. Okay, it should be more than 63 likes. Okay, get over there, hit like, as Bonnie say, stop stalking people, and like the video. Anyway, back to this. Porsha and Kandi. Kandi did speak on it this past Sunday, part 1 and part 2. And I watched most of part 1. I watched most of part 2, listen to it or whatever. It was supposed to be about the reunion, but it was less about the reunion and more about everything else. I want to kind of summarize my issue with both Porsha and Kandi and how they explain this whole situation. When Kandi did CJ Will with them 63, what number was your like? If you liked it, what was your number? Okay. Y'all be some non-liking people. And I'd be like, why? With Porsha has said, and when she did her live, Porsha, in my opinion, explained it perfectly. There was a misunderstanding between Kandi and her and what they were trying to do. She gave the gist of what happened. We were all talking about doing donations. Kandi then went to the network for something different. We felt as if we could have been talking together. Text between me, Nene, and whoever else got back to Kandi because they need to leak them, which then made Kandi ask me why I was talking shit, and I told her that, it was what it was. Kandi doing her speak on it, and it was like 35 minutes of her explaining this one situation. And the way she explained it to me was to still make it seem as if what Kenya said was true. And she refused to just admit that it was Kenya who made it a Black Lives Matter issue, because she her own self said her issue was not about Porsha making it seem as if she did not want anyone else to do anything Black Lives Matter, or whatever. Her issue was the text that Nene leaked to AT-Alien was showing that, like, Nene, Porsha, and Tanya, and maybe somebody else, was shady towards Kandi, separately going to the network and asking for other things. And I want people to know that two things can be true at the same damn time. Porsha and all the ladies could have absolutely wanted to do a donation to help whatever. That could have been the point of what they wanted to do. And Kandi could have also wanted to do on her own, bring more Black content, more Black directors, more Black production companies, more of that to the network. Two things can be true at the same time. At the same time as well, Porsha or whoever could have felt like the same way we are openly talking about asking the network to do a donation, they can be upset if they felt like Kandi at the same time we're talking about this is doing something completely different that she did not tell us about. It doesn't mean that Kandi was wrong. It does not mean that they were wrong for saying what you would have told them. It just means two things can be true at the same damn time. We happy she went and did it. We wish she could have included us. Boom. Okay. What also can be true is when Kandi then said, well, they just asked for money. I wanted something different. Both of those things could have both been done because it's still two different situations. Kandi also brought up how when she talked to Porsha about the text, and her issue was the text that Nene asked leaked to AT-Alien, that AT-Alien then went on YouTube and did a video about it, and she then talked about Kandi and called her names and stuff like that. How are you mad at Porsha because Nene leaked text? that a blogger then went and put their own spin on and made you seem as if like you somebody different. How you mad at Porsha for what AT Alien said and did. Porsha did not call you out your name. She did not call you anything derogatory. The issue was, I wish, as we were talking about donating money, that she would have mentioned that she wanted something separately. Two things can be true at the same time and no one's at fault. Okay? The issue is Kenya wanted someone to be at fault. That's what wanted to be at fault. Okay? Boom. So separate from that, Kandi's point in saying, well, what they wanted wasn't what I wanted. That's fine. Completely fine. She also brought up how they didn't even have a backup plan. They did not have any kind of demands on what they wanted besides money. True. However, Kandi, the same way that you had a plan, if y'all would have had a conversation, it could have opened up for more. But again, Kandi not wrong, but neither is Porsha. The ones who was wrong is Nene and Kenya. Nene was wrong because we can't act as if Kandi may not. I would love to see Kandi and Carmen's text about Porsha, because for Kandi to make it seem as if Porsha, Nene, and Tanya was having a shady, not a rude, mean, a shady conversation in her opinion about her and what she did, that then made AC Alien go and say bullshit. And we all know AC Alien causes bullshit wherever she go, but that's her realm. Let her do her. Boom, pow, pow. Girl, not Kandi trying to get Ty. It was because Ty brought the bullshit. Okay. However, there's a reason people text certain people, because I ain't talking to them. I'm not talking to Kandi. I'm talking to Nene, and I'm talking to who I'm talking to. So when Kandi brought up when they talked at Ty's party, and how when she approached Porsha about the text, Porsha's reply was, well, that text wasn't meant for you. Not, I didn't say it. It wasn't meant for you. Meaning I wasn't talking to you. I'm pretty sure that you have texts that ain't meant for me to see. Because if I see it, I can put my own interpretation on what you meant, even if it's not how you meant it. You know what I'm saying? I like all you guys on YouTube, especially the black ones. She could see, this is the difference. Anyone can send you a text that's a factual text. However, how you then spin it is on you. Taking a text of someone saying, I wish Kandi would have talked to us about what else she had went to the network about so that we could have been talking together, is not shade to Kandi. Two things can be true at the same time. It's an observation that had she just said, hey, I also want this. Do y'all have something else that y'all want for the network? It could have been stronger. However, her going did not affect what they wanted. Kandi wasn't out here in the streets how Phaedra was. Kandi was doing things differently, but both working for the same goal of making things better for Black people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what people have to remember. And the first question I would have had was, how the fuck did my text, Nene, get to AT Alien? I would never trust anyone who I know send text. And as Kandi said, that wasn't the first time that texts have been leaked, because Nene and Andy and their friends. Okay? Boom, pow, pow. So the fact that we know how AT even got the text, that would have been my issue. But no, Kenya at Ty's party came up and started fussing with Porsha about, oh, so you the only one who can do anything about Black Lives Matter. That came from Kenya. It did not come from Kandi. It did not come from Porsha. The fact that Don Juan said in the thing, and I posted the clip of it on my IG. Don Juan said after 35 minutes of Kandi talking, whatever, he said, "So is it good to say that you and Porsha had a misunderstanding that someone else then put the title of Black Lives Matter issue onto it, and that's what happened?" And she said yes, but anyway, because she don't want to call out Kenya. That's the issue I have with Kandi. You don't want to say it was really Kenya who said that. Even if you was upset because of the text being shady to you, and then how ATL then went and called you names and whatever, you should be mad at ATL, not Porsha. Because as Porsha said, that text wasn't meant for you. Everyone has conversations that are not meant for everyone. I'm sure my boss has conversations with other bosses that's not meant for my eyes to see. If I see them, I might be pissed. However, you can't blame Porsha for saying something shady about you, because we're not going to act like when you sit around with your friends, you may not say something shady about her. That's my issue with Kandi. And some people are so blinded in their support of Nene, of Kenya, in their hate for Porsha, that they do not want to even say. People say shady shit all day. Shady shit break up friendships, partnerships, and all of that. So you can't keep blaming Porsha for a shady conversation that you were not even supposed to see, if that's how she felt. Because I'm pretty sure you've done the same thing before. Thank you, MJ Love, for the super chat. Kandi was low-key wrong. They were trying to be better. They were trying to better things for themselves and Housewives. They changed the asking for donation after Kandi did that. And that's what Porsha said. Once they found out that Kandi asked for great and amazing things, and she got them. She got them to add, a black production company. She got them to do the two specials about things. She got what she asked for. That was amazing. Porsche thing was, okay, well, since she did all that, now we just ask for money. Then we done it. That's not shady. But Kandi don't want to bring up the true fact that it was Kenya who did the bullshit. Okay, you know what? I won't even say that she's concerned with her bag, because I want to say this. Kandi is an amazing businesswoman. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like she does want to help promote and help big up other people who may not think to do amazing things too. So I won't say she's only thinking about her back, but I will say sometimes Kandi gets caught up in her feelings about some shit, and she focuses on what she's caught on. So right now she's caught on Porsha said that, I should have told them this, and she's focused on that. I'm focused on that. And that's it. I can't see shit else. You know what I'm saying? And when someone like Don Juan points out, someone made an issue. This Kenya right here. Someone made an issue, you know what I'm saying, and made it be other than what it was. And that's what it is. And when she's, yeah, but whatever, you're going to skim over that because you don't want to say Kenya's name. But you said Kenya walked over there and said that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Kenya and Nene made the situation worse. And as soon as clear hair prevail, that can be pointed out. But Nene ain't on the season. Okay. And so I felt like Bravo probably didn't want to mention her on the show or whatever. That's why Kandi's able to mention Nene as she wants to on her speak on it. And Porsha was able to say that on her live. They couldn't do that on the show because they didn't want Nene, going off whatever on the network. But again, Kandi speak on it to me did not tell me anything more besides you mad at the wrong person. You won't fully explain for the wrong reasons. No one felt as if you wanting to talk to the network on your own was a bad thing. No one said that. But you do know if y'all are all black women on the network and y'all trying to do more for the network, and if y'all are already on a group text, why not bring up what y'all are doing? But if you don't, that's fine. You don't have to at all. Because as we know, she has many hats. She's had many specials at Bravo. And so she good. But I don't like the fact that people won't recognize two things can be true at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And I did see people say how much Porsha has fallen out with people. But I'm like, everyone on the show has had an argument or something over the years. And I want people to realize who Porsha is now is not who she was before. You know what I'm saying? I think Porsha, I feel like when Porsha said on the reunion, how when someone grows, allow them to live in that growth. A lot of people and a lot of things that happened with Porsha before, like her and Kenya falling out, is not her fault because Kenya is full of shit. Okay? Her and Nene, because Nene at that point in time was falling out with everybody. Her and Kandi was on was on Porsha and Phaedra. The only person I feel as if has 100% right to be pissed off of Porsha is Kandi. That's the only person I feel as if she fucked up the friendship. Only Kandi. Anybody else was on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And let her be different. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Yes. It's up with Cherie Brown. They had different agendas. Porsha was looking for donations and Kandi looking to add more Black people to work with the network. It's two different things. And two different things can be actual and factual at the same time and not be wrong. And the difference, in my opinion, between Porsha's live and Kandi speak on it was Porsha was clearing her name in the aspect of I never tried to hinder Kandi doing anything Black Lives Matter related at all. And Kandi making it seem as if, well, the Porsha wanted to get the scene cut because she felt like this or that. That's on her. To me, Kandi is too smart to not get why Porsha asked for it to be removed. She's too smart for that. However, if she agrees with Porsha's notions on that, that goes against Kenya. And she can't go against Kenya, or she won't go against Kenya. And that's her right as a friend. Cool. But when you do that, I don't like when people don't see shit logically. I don't blame Kandi. I blame Nene and Kenya. You know what I'm saying? And Porsha said how much she still supports Kandi. She big upped Kandi. But I feel like Kandi undermined, in a way, Porsha saying how much she wants to support her based on the shady texts that she had with Nene and Tonya. Girl, and the text she showed on her live wasn't even, the full text. Do we need the full text to know she was being shady? If the point was, I wasn't dogging you. You know what I'm saying? That's my issue. I'm like, girl, the fuck bye. It just made me mad because Candy's a smart businesswoman, and it did not have to go down this way if she was not actively trying to prevent a fallout with Kenya. Karla, who is my best friend, would never require me to back up her bullshit so much that it puts me in bad situations. The fact that Kenya is ready to lay her body downfield to support Kenya's bullshit, to me, is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because no one is saying that what you did or what Porsha did was bad. I blame Kenya and I blame Nene. Okay. Let's move on from them two. I got two more things. Gonna do these two that we got with Wendy and Joseline next. Martell and what's this lady name? Melanie. I forgot to put up my screenshots of the picture that Martell posted on his social media. Okay, finally admitted that he had that fifth baby. Now, let's see if I can find it right now. It's right here. So we know Martell Holt. Okay, we know that man. And we know his ex-wife, Melanie. We know that lady. Martell had an extra baby, a whole extra baby, and he never claimed that extra baby. He consistently has denied that extra baby. And each time he has denied that extra baby, we have said, what is going on here? Okay. And I was like, it's some bullshit. So we know Mel and Martell divorce is finalized. We know they are completely separated. But again, he has consistently denied or not admitted to having this fifth child while he was married to Mel with mistress. However, on IG, he decided to put up a picture that pissed Mel off. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Madam Miss Live, not much for showing love. Oh, look, anything for thank you. But again, watch the replay if you have not watched it all. But my eyes hurting, y'all. I think I missed some. Candy wants Porsha to come speak on there. But Porsha has to me haters at the Kandi Factory. I don't think Porsha should go on there because Kandi, she don't. She did her own speak on it. Boom, pow, pow. But back to these two people. So yeah, Mel put on her IG page. She was upset. Okay, she was mad. And she put, the disrespect continues, so let World War X begin. When you want to admit to the world that you fathered a child while you're married, do not have my child sitting on your lap. You have no couth, okay? I love the word couth. Announce that shit with your own photo shoot with your new baby. Y'all better pray for me today because God knows I am so over the disrespect, okay? That was the first part she put out. And then she put out this thing. Where's that? Boom. I got to bring it up and read it because I can't see all that. It's too small. Make it bigger. Not for y'all, but for me. Where's the bigger thing? Why can't I zoom? Oh, there you go. I'm on my computer trying to be sure I'm doing stuff right. So what she said was, announce your affair, born child on your own time, not with my daughter. You know, the one who you refused to help with after I had her, the one you refused to see on her first birthday, the one you got nothing for Christmas. Photo shoots aren't expensive. No, ain't expensive. Hell, have your own photo shoot with that child or not that child, his mother, to make your announcement unless you're ashamed. Yeah, I know our family shoots used to be bomb. I tried to stay on my grind and mind my own damn business, but ladies and wives, for a person to continue to let one of their many mistresses blatantly disrespect you and then to think he can slap you in the face too and claim to do all he can for his kids, but where's my $17,000? Why am I keeping the lights on at his house? Because my kids are there at times, and that school you drop my daughter off at, I pay for it. It's just a no and enough for me. With putting on, like I said, World War X, you ain't even sat down and told your own children that you can see the child in marriage, that you have had an outside child. You're going to confirm it on the net, meaning he ain't told his kids they have a sibling, okay? He's just holding my youngest child. Get the fuck out of here. Stop with the clown moves, and let me be clear. Millimeters, please don't take this as I'm mad that he finally acknowledged the child, because I'm not. I'm upset that he did it, and of course, getting negative comments under a picture with my child in his lap. Don't use my daughter as a photo op to come out and acknowledge your affair-born child. P.S. There's no need to be waiting on me because this package does not have a return address, so ain't no coming back. Ain't no us move on. Leave me be. Fuck you. Give me some money. Anyway, and this is the picture that she was talking about. So I wish I could make this bigger. But he posted a picture of him holding their youngest daughter at, I guess, her preschool drop-off or whatever. And his caption reads, Daddy does all he can for his 5 troopers. But today's my little girl's Melania's first day of school. Hugs and kisses to this little girl who's looking at me, whatever, we don't care. He then says, Daddy saw each one of the same. No, Daddy saw each one off the same way. So 4 down and 1 to go. And there was a 1 to go that set Mel off. Because what that meant was you're acknowledging that you have this other child. And I'm pissed. Pissed. First of all, she has every right to be pissed. Because saying I have 5 kids, saying 4 down, 1 to go. That is all about that new baby and not the one you holding. Okay, period. And I feel as if, yeah, the little girl, she's adorable, absolutely adorable. Why does it matter that Melody was an outside child? Honey, don't. We're gonna ignore that. Melody's issue is, do not use my child as a prop in your new baby announcement. Don't do that. Don't use that to confirm your bullshit. And I feel as if Martell is a consistently fucked up individual. And the fact that I don't know if he took the picture down just yet, but I think that's dumb to do that. Because if your kids don't know yet, why put it out there? If you won't even tell them when the baby was born, why put it out there? He's picking and choosing when he wants to be honest, and that's what aggravates me. And I feel as if Mel should go over there and like punch him in the throat with a box of rocks or something. Because again, why? I do believe she'll be back this season. She lives between Huntsville and also Atlanta. So I do think when they're filming, she'll be back. I do think next season will be great because they're gonna capture all of this. Martell is an asshole, and I really can't wait for him to just realize he need to go sit down somewhere and just shut up. And he always makes it seem as if he wants to, make Mel happy and have this stable, reliable partnership to raise a kid. He do shit like this. I'm looking like, on what earth do you think that will be cool? Even though he admitted on Steve Harvey that he did father a child, on your social media you won't. So why do that on the show? Who was on this? Okay. Because I'm like, what is this person? I want to block him, but I can't. But yeah, he's a gaslighter. He's a fully asshole gaslighter. And I almost don't like that Mel fell for it, but I appreciate her being honest and making sure to address him publicly. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to come, I'm going to get that ass publicly as well. So yeah, it just made me mad. But lastly, because I've been here for over an hour, let's get on to Wendy and Joseline Hernandez. Now, I record Wendy every day. But I don't watch her. I record because you never know what's gonna happen. I stopped watching Wendy right during the pandemic. It's something about her show. I was like, I don't like it no more. I don't know why. I think it's because they already blocked. I don't know how they were able to even get on here. So we shall see if me putting them in timeout will work at all. We're gonna ignore the asses. But it's like Wendy's show was cool sometimes, but sometimes not. So I haven't watched. But when the footage came out today of Jocelyn being on there and Jocelyn kind of going in on her, I felt 2 different ways. So Jocelyn was, of course, promoting her cabaret show on Zeus. I watch it. It's a good show. I review it as well. And I'm like, she has to do promotion. However, when I seen the first clips, I felt like, okay, did Wendy do something to piss her off? What happened? I was confused. And then when I watched it in full, and I'm like, oh, so Jocelyn came out, and from the gate, she was upset with Wendy. I felt like, why? You know what I'm saying? Wendy is who she is. I think Wendy has always been Wendy. Wendy does things that that's how she do her show. She is shady. She is sniggy with how she says stuff. It's all of that. And I feel like if I don't like how you act, if I don't like how you review, I'm not gonna watch your stuff. I'm not gonna go on your show. So a part of me felt as if, why did you do the show if you don't like how she treats you and women like you? And I felt like she was right in saying Wendy, needs to be checked. Wendy, you should be nice to people. I 100% get that. But I felt like you came in hot. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. She reminded me of when Omarosa came on and came in hot. You know what I'm saying? Wendy has said foul shit about a lot of people. She has had opinions about a lot of people. And the way I looked at it was, if anyone whose show I watch, I don't like and I rag them, don't come on my shit and try to come for me. Because I'm going to cuss your ass out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do. So that's how I looked at it. But again, I can agree that Wendy at times is saying too much. I completely get that. But I also feel like I would not go on someone's show and then they say, oh, hey, and I go from there. And someone was like, oh, Wendy said how she looked different. Joseline does look different. That's not a lie. Joseline looks different from now than how she looked before. And she said, not in a bad way, in a good way. She's changed over time. Now, it was funny. It was funny. It was great TV. I laughed the whole time. And I agree, Wendy handled it like a champ. She didn't get frazzled. She also did not go off like she could have. I appreciate her trying to get Joseline back on track for the reason she's here. Shoe cam, the show, how's daughter doing, how is your fiance doing or whatever. And my thing is, I'm a person, I feel as if this is business. You came on my show knowing how I was. And I felt like Joseline's point in doing the show was to go at Wendy. Why? Because that gets some ratings for her cabaret show, but also Wendy's show. So for all we know, it wasn't a stunt. Wendy's reaction to it, to me, wasn't a stunt because she sat back and was like, what are we doing? She didn't give Joseline the reaction I think Joseline thought she would have gotten. And even when Joseline said, you are 35 years my girl, I said 35 years your senior. I was like, she not that old. You ain't that young. So again, I felt like the same way she feels. This is what I thought was hypocrisy. She brought up how Wendy isn't nice to younger people, or she's not nice or whatever. I'm like, Joseline talks cash shit about whoever she don't like. You know what I'm saying? If she don't rock with you, she say that shit. How are you upset that someone else is just like you, Joseline? How are you upset? And I get her saying, you should give me my flowers, now, you don't support all. And she said, I don't have to support everybody. I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? No one has to like everyone. Like, no one has to like me. No one has to like my reviews. And if they don't, I can't say, well, other folks like me, so you should too. And you should also give me my flowers while I'm here. Because if I can recall, Joseline ain't doing nobody else's TV shows, talk shows. Not The View, not The Talk, not whatever the show we have out here right now. None of it. However, I do remember that Wendy has always said Joseline is entertaining. And for me, I can appreciate the fact that she brought her on the show, period. You know what I'm saying? Joseline telling Wendy she should be proud like Wendy is her damn mama. And I don't have an issue with her making points to Wendy about the reason she has issues. And when she then brought up how, well, I told your production that I was bad too. And she said, I know, they told me that you yell the whole time. If you don't like Wendy, why do her show? Because she did it for attention. And I just don't like that. Jonathan kept saying women should band together and watch what we say to one another, but her whole show was full of women. The fact that on her show Sunday, she then said Aqua had an abortion and she danced on me. What if a blood clot fall out? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Joseline talked negatively about women just like Wendy. It's not a difference. Joseline was on social media talking about face kids. You know what I'm saying? And everyone not gonna like you, Joseline. That's just true tea. And when she said, I have the number one show in the world, and when they said no on Zeus, I was like, y'all both right. Because the show was good. Look, and the aspect of entertaining, ratchet, and just good TV, whatever. It's a good show. However, this shit is ratchet as hell. It is. You have strippers and whores who sell pussy on your show to dance while you belittle them about how you don't like them or whatever. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's dumb. It's a pot called the kettle pot. It's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And I like Jocelyn to the aspect of she's in the training, but you do look different. Okay, you do. Your show is the number one show on Zeus, not in the world, Craig. You know what I'm saying? And what I can appreciate from Wendy was she told her, like, you can't sit. Jocelyn is in her 30s. You can't sit up here and tell Wendy that she don't get because you're a woman how things go. I'm like, bitch, do you not know she's a woman too, and she's been through things too? And that's the thing too. She talking as if she knows more than Wendy. And the fact that Wendy tried to be honest and say, you know what I'm saying, I'm a woman too, and if you think I don't feel like I'm also undervalued, even in what I am now in life, you crazy, because I am still undervalued. Hence, you been on my show feeling as if I owe you something. You know what I'm saying? That part was crazy to me. And I feel as if we can't love Wendy for being her, but then want to dog her for being her. That's what made me mad. And I'm like, and I never want people to feel as if, oh, you know, you just sad. Well, I'm like, no, right is right, wrong is wrong, and neither of them was right or wrong. But I do feel like coming on the show and coming in hot was on some bullshit. And when you seen her trying to pivot and get you back on track, and you just would not do it, was some bullshit. And asking someone who has probably been through just as much or more than you at her age is bullshit. Can't no bitch come on my platform and try to come for me. It's gonna be a fight. Okay, all up and through. And Wendy handled it like, I'm not finna fuss with this bitch for what? This my show. I've been on TV. Let's be honest. Excuse me. Joseline was a stripper who fucked Stevie. Gotta Love in Hip Hop. Was dogged by Stevie as well. Okay. After the plum fool on the show was on drugs, fool shit or whatever. Got off the show, but got creative enough to make her own show on Zeus. No one is knocking her from that. Okay. The fact that she had you on her show means she thinks you're worth being on here. You know what I'm saying? And how Jocelyn chose to feel as if I need a moment going in on Wendy Williams on her show, to me, was disrespectful. Because it's her show. The same way Omarosa did it. Back on season 1. And when he said, then this is my show, bye-bye. And that was it. And I feel like the same way Jocelyn liked to talk shit about Mona, who helped her in whatever way she could, played her some too. But again, you can't make it seem as if you have been this great person who has, I've done so much, to, do whatever. It's like, no, bitch, you did a lot of bullshit and burned some bridges and built your way back up, yes. But you did it putting women in the same position that you were in. That's the kicker. You have young black women, young women of color, admitting on television they are selling a pussy. You then want them to come dance for you to make some money. But you mad because Wendy has opinions about bitches who she don't like. Black, white, or indifferent. Now, do Wendy be on some bullshit? Do Wendy be on bullshit sometimes? Yes. We're not going to act like she doesn't. Yes, we know that for a fact. However, coming on her show in that way, while it was really entertaining, I laughed the whole time because I could not believe it was happening. I still felt like it was disrespectful. I would never let anyone come on the Ladies First panel pissed at one of the four of us because they don't like how we made talk about them on a show. Bitch, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. So that's how I saw it. Someone who was a paid person to give their opinion about shit. You're upset about their opinion when you've said and done worse. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, girl, bull of the shits. Okay. When has Joseline not been disrespectful? She's never had control of her mouth. Ever. You know what? She don't even have to control her mouth because it's her mouth. It's on her. You know what I'm saying? Right. Wendy McCuss about Wendy the Houston. And she sat back, was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Shoe cam, how's Ballistic? How's the baby? How's Stevie? And even her trying to act as if, you know, she don't know who Stevie is. And the fact that Wendy then said, well, Stevie and Faith said, ain't no beef was good. I'm asking you your opinion. Because if they on bullshit, let me know. Girl, look. Yeah, Johnson and her shenanigans, which it was just team too much. Wendy is the one that came from the bottom. She made her way to the top with hard work, persistence, and I'm sure she took a lot of shit. Yes, and I did not like how she made it seem as if Johnson did. I came from the gutter. So did Wendy. And my thing is, there are different versions of the gutter. You can be in a 2-parent household with parents who work, food on the table, and that can still be your gutter. Because Wendy brought up how her parents, you know, was on her about being overweight. And so that was her gutter. She then had to be on her own, was then raped. She has her own version of the gutter. Everyone has your own version of your gutter. So you can't make it seem as if because you chose to be a stripper and suck dick for whatever you chose to do, that makes your climb up out your gutter more important than hers. So I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. It was entertaining. I agree with people being nicer sometimes, but again, Wendy is Wendy. I'm not looking for Wendy to be Oprah. For what? I won't want Oprah to be Wendy. We know how she's been her whole life. Her whole life. She's always been Wendy, the talk show, the radio show, mouth. She's always been that person. So I can't be pissed at her when I see how she do. That's what she do. That's what she do. I'm mad. I can't be mad at Joseline for creating a show to show women stripping and fucking for money and pulling wigs off. Taking a Love and Hip Hop franchise type show and putting it on Zeus. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. It's what it is. But don't make it seem as if she's less than you for no damn reason. So I thought it was disrespectful, but that's just me. But two things can be truthful at the same damn time. Joseline can be disrespectful at the same time when it can be more nice. Boom. What you can't do is go on her show and act the fucking fool, which is what she did. But again, she did that for a purpose, and that was smart because she knew everyone would see it and watch it. And the reason Wendy team didn't cut that feed and cut her off because they knew it will also give us a great thing to discuss tomorrow. So when Wendy goes on, she gonna have to discuss tomorrow because it's now it's hot topics. Johnson came on here and said this and that, but I'm like, it ain't gonna faze nobody at all. And the fact that Wendy said your show has already been picked up for a third season. So again, I felt like was Wendy saying shady shit throughout? Yes, but at that point, I'm gonna have to, because you fucking with me. You're fucking with me. Had Jocelyn not went that route, there could have been a positive interview. So, that's what I think. Anyway, I'm going to end it here because again, I have to watch and review Men at First Sight. I'm about to put up couples retreat because I recorded that already. But that was my thoughts on all this stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed all of this. Do not forget Tomorrow we will be on Bonnie Blue's channel doing the Ladies First podcast. Girl, I keep saying we're gonna get a podcast. I always say podcast. It's the Ladies First panel. But tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. I may do a live Friday. I may do a Friday night chat about some random topics that I'm thinking about discussing. If y'all can come back on Friday, at I don't know what time. I'll promote it. But yeah, I want to have some Friday chit chat. Thank you, MJ Love. Thank you. But I'm gonna try to go live again Friday. I'm off Friday, so I'm trying to do that. But again, I will see y'all tomorrow on Bonnie channel. I will see y'all on Friday on my channel. I may do it for like 5 p.m. Maybe I'll do 5. I think we have to see. But have a good night. Stay safe. And I tell all the time, do not send your cooch via text. If he wants it, he will come get it. Okay? Peace.